Bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum 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 bum. What's up, y'all? Philyfli show checking in here. Gonna go back over the divisional round this week, but it is conference championship week, and man, okay. Being objective and coming from this from a neutral site, even though last week really sucked for what I was rooting for, slash my team got knocked out really badly by the 49ers. Obviously, I'm a Packers fan, but that was just epically horrible. Horrible weekend in that realm. Got a little gratification by watching Tom Brady lose. Thank the NFL gods for letting Tom Brady lose. Weird news with him, and he could be retiring. And I know some people don't believe it, but that's kind of what I'm going to jump into quickly before I jump into the games. The reason I really kind of think it could happen is the way the stories have come out slowly and what's happened. And then that dang old documentary. Why did that have to come out during the season the way it did? Like, it's kind of throwing me off. But I'm not saying he's fully done. I'm just leaning on the side that he could be done. But we're going to review last week. Pick-wise, last week was not a complete failure except for one game. The one game I put good odds, or I thought I had good odds on, man, it screwed me, which was the 49ers-Packers game. That screwed almost everybody. Vegas, all of them, they made so much money off that game because of the way people were betting, the way people were thinking, and nobody thought about cold weather / snow coming into that game and playing the factor that it did. So, Bengals at Titans we're going to jump into. I did get the spread right on there, got the money line right, but failed at that over-under. Burrow's over-under was 228. He hit that, or he went over that. Tannehill, I said over, I got wrong. TDs on Burrow, I got wrong because he didn't throw a TD. And Tannehill, I said under 1.5. I think he threw one TD. So, if I'm not mistaken, because I wrote it down right. And I do double check these, so I know when I'm right, so no one's got to jump at me there. I got the rushing yards. I got the Mixon over-under wrong. I got Tannehill's under 15.5 yards right. He got 12. That was good. But Burrows I got wrong. I said he'd get over 8.5. I think he had like 2 or something. Something really low. We'll jump over to the receiving yards. A.J. Brown I got wrong. I said under 74.5. He got way over that. And then Julio Jones got over 46.5, like I said. Tyler Boyd under 45.5 was right. Uzma, I went under 31.5. That was wrong. T. Higgins wrong. And then Jamar Chase over 77.5 is what I said. So got that right. So out of the 16 picks there, 8 out of 16, I'll take that. Here's the game that failed. 49ers at Packers. Spread wrong, money line wrong, and over-under way wrong. Garoppolo, I said under 230.5 yards. That was easy. And then his TD, I went under 1.5. He only got 1. Rodgers got his over on both the TD and the yards wrong. On the rushing yards, I had Deebo Samuel getting under 38.5. He got 39, so that was horrible. Elijah Mitchell, I said under 77.5. He got way under. I said over 50.5 for Aaron Jones. He had way under, but had a crazy receiving yards. And then A.J. Dillon, I said over 39.5. He went under, so that was bad. Got the use check wrong, got the Kittle one wrong, and got the Deebo Samuel wrong, passing yards wrong. Got Ayuk's right, and then got all 3 of the Packers receiving ones with Adam, Lazard, and DeGuara wrong. And that was 3 out of 18 picks right. So that was the epic fail that put off the whole weekend. But the next 2, I bounced back, but I probably just cut even. So Rams at Bucks, I got the Rams spread right, got the money line right, and I got the over-under right. Stafford's yards I got right on the over-under. Brady's I got wrong. And both Brady and Stafford's TDs I got wrong. Cooper Kupp, I got his over under right. Beckham's wrong. Jefferson's wrong. And Higbee's wrong. Evans and Gronk's I got right on the over under, whereas Johnson's and Cameron Brates I got wrong. And so that's a 7 out of 15 there. So almost cut even. And then Bills at the Chiefs. Money line right, spread right, and over under right. Got Allen and Mahomes over unders on yards and TDs right. So started out a perfect 7. Mahomes got over 22.5 rushing yards, so that was right. Failed it. Josh Allen should have did over with him, but did under. And then Singletary did under 59.5. That worked. Hill and Kelsey's over under I got right, whereas Beasley's, Knox, and Diggs's I got wrong, which a lot of people probably got Diggs's wrong because he had 3 catches for like 7 yards. So epic fail on that first day, but the second day bounced back. Had a 7 out of 15 with the first and 11 out of 15 with the second game. So this is going to be probably my shortest show ever. I'm gonna jump into my picks. And then I will jump into kind of a little feature I got. The second part is not going to be like a documented where I put in picks, but I was going through some stuff here, and man, I found some cool like alternative odds if you can get them online. If you can't, whatever. But there's some cool stuff that you can bet on. And I'm just going to say what I like, but I'm not going to like pick picks. It's just something I like. Anyway, so we'll jump into the conference championship weekend. We got the Bengals at the Chiefs. Going to be a very good conference championship game on the AFC side. On the NFC side, not so much. Just kidding. It is. It's still a decent game besides the 49ers. I don't think they have a chance, but hey, I just said they didn't have a chance last week, but I didn't factor in weather, so there's always that. All right, so we got Bengals +7 where the Chiefs are -7 on the spread. I am going to go Bengals with a +7, but I still think Chiefs win the game. So the money line for the Bengals is +295, whereas the Chiefs is -370. And I am going Chiefs on the money line, Bengals on the spread. I just feel the Chiefs are only going to win by 3 or 4 points. So 54.5 is that over-under. I like the over because both teams score. Chiefs defense does give up points, whereas Bengals can give up points, but they play really hard. Both teams' defenses have been playing hard in the second half of the season, so and through the playoffs. Be nice to see, but I still think the Bengals don't lose by more than 4 points. So Mahomes passing yards is 289.5 for the over/under. I will go over there. Burrow is 287.5. I'm going over there. TDs for Mahomes is 2.5 for the over-under, whereas Burrow's is 1.5. But Burrow's is like a -205 for the over. So yeah, you could go under there. He didn't throw a passing touchdown last week, but I think he bounces back and gets at least 1. I say 2 because I said over, but he at least is getting that 1. He didn't have any last week. Rushing yards, Joe Mixon's 57.5. I'd go over. Joe Burrow has an 8.5. I'm going under because that dude's not running out of the pocket this time. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 35.5 is his rushing total over-under. I'm going over. That dude's getting more than 35 yards for sure. Receiving yards, I'll jump down to KC side. Tyreek Hill, 76.5. I'm going over. Travis Kelce's is 75.5. I'm going over there. Pringles is 37.5. I'm going over. And McCole Hartman is 24.5. I'm going under on that one. Jump over to Bengals side. We got Tyler Boyd, 39.5. I'm going under. T. Higgins, 70.5. I'm going under. Jamar Chase, 85.5. I'm going over. And Uzma, 36.5. I'm going over. And Joe Mixon has one too. He's got 29.5. I'm going over on that one too. That's a lot of overs. Well, 2 first unders, but that's a lot of overs there. So that's done with the first game. And then the second game is the 49ers at the Rams. +3.5 on the 49ers. -3.5 on the Rams. I'm going Rams there. I think they get the revenge game since they lost 2 games already this year to them. Money line is plus 148 on the Niners, negative 176 on the Rams. I'm going Rams. And then 45.5 is the over-under. I am going under on that one. Alrighty. Stafford has passing yard over-under of 27. Oh my gosh. 277.5. I'm going over. We got Garoppolo's passing yards is 228.5. I'm going under. I just think he has a bad game. I think Aaron Donald and them kind of mess him up a little bit. Both have a 1.5 for TD over-under. I'm going Stafford with the over, and then Garoppolo's I'm going under. Rushing yards rushing yard over-under. We got Cam Akers is 61.5. I'm going under. Whereas Stafford's is 2.5. I'm going under on that one because that guy doesn't run around the pocket either, run outside. Deebo Samuel is 40.5. I'm going under because I think they'll scheme to stop him. And then Elijah Mitchell is 72.5 for his over-under. I'm going under again. I don't see him getting more than 50 yards. Jimmy G got a 1.5 over-under for his rushing yards. I am going under on that one as well. Jump to the receiving side, which, like I said, is going to be a short week, guys, but I'm going to jump and just talk about a couple things I like here, if I can get this pulled up, actually. We'll start with the 49ers side. We got George Kittle, 52.5 is his over-under. I'm going over. Deebo Samuel's receiving yards is 51.5 for his over-under. I'm going over. Brandon Ayuk, 49.5 is his over-under. I'm going under. And then Elijah Mitchell is 11.5. I'm going under in that receiving yards. And jump over to the Rams side. We got Tyler Higbee, 39.5. I'm going over. Cooper Kupp, 103.5. I'm going over. Odell Beckham Jr., 50.5. I'm going under there. And then Cam Akers, 18.5. For his receiving yards, I'm going over. And then Van Jefferson, 31.5. I'm going over for him too. Alrighty, guys. Big week for conference week, even though my team's not in there. They failed. They epically failed. Again, 46 million reasons why, too. No one retires. Y'all get that reference. One quick thing in here I want to talk about. I was going through some of these alternative spreads and all this alternative points. You can get the over-under on some crate. You can get the over at 27.5 and put down $5,000 to win $100. But that show more. You can even do more. Wow, you can do this crazily. I didn't even realize that. All right. What? Hold on. What? Oh, I didn't even see that. So it's over, under, and then it switched from over 83.5 is the highest I'll let you go. But under 23.5, that's plus 140,000. Crazy. Just crazy. I didn't know you could actually do that and I could show that much. But the other one I really liked, you could go down here and you could do the score of the games. You can do Jamar Chase's alternative receiving yards. You can get Jamar Chase plus 80 yards. It's only negative 138 because of that, what his over-under was. But you can switch up all those. You can do the first drive results if it ends in a touchdown and everything. Those are kind of fun. But the first half spread was what I wanted. KC at negative 4.5, whereas Bengals at plus 4.5. That's a good first half spread. I think it was actually in the Rams game now. Anyways, every week and everything I have learned so much over this whole year. I haven't fully decided on a Super Bowl show. I kind of leaning on doing it and just doing like a 10-minute show. This one is actually, I thought this would be a 10-minute show, but it's turning into a 15-minute show, so that's kind of cool. But always go through and look if you're like when I go down to Diamond Joe's next or to the next sports book, I'm looking up some of these because you can pick like scores, and this one only gave me 6. I thought it was only giving me 6 scores, but you can show way more. But oh wow, you can get crazy with it. But even so, I feel like if you put $1 down on each of these and you just hit one of them, you're still gonna bring back a decent amount of money. Even if you are gonna put down like $50 on all these score changes, like it literally starts. The first one here, oh man, there might be 100 of them. But the first one starts at 16-10, Bengals over the Chiefs. That's plus 31,000, right? So if you put $1 on all these, and then the ending one here was that I could see. The ending one was 48-14, and that one was plus 31,000. So they all stay in that range, and that was Chiefs over the Bengals. If you just put $1 down on all those, and you just put down $150, and yeah, it took you some time, but you won 3 or 4 grand almost automatically, and you can just hit week to week to week to week to week or game to game to game like that. Man, that's a lot. I would do it. I'm actually thinking about doing it. It's kind of a good scheme. I wonder if people do that. All right, I kind of let you in on guys on a little secret that I went in there. You can also get some first touchdown scorers. Obviously, everyone knows you can get these prop bets, but some of these, like this first touchdown scorer, Tyreek Hill plus 600, Travis Kelce plus 600, Joe Mixon plus 700, Jamar Chase plus 800, Jerick McKinnon's plus 850, and then Patrick Mahomes plus 1,000. The only reason Patrick Mahomes gets on there is because he can rush and do a rushing touchdown, because it only goes to the receiving or rushing touchdown, doesn't go to a passing one. Yeah, you can get some crazy stuff. Like Patrick Mahomes, here we go. Plus, just to get him for plus 250, negative $340 to put down. You're telling me y'all don't got a couple like grand you want to put down and do that? Or even, yeah, I'd do that on that one at plus 250. That'd be a good bet too. All right. Philyfli show is going to check out for the week, and this could be the final NFL show, but I don't think it is. I still feel like I'm going to do a Super Bowl one and just have a 10-minute show because I won't have much content. All right, y'all. Get at me. Hit up my Twitter, like and subscribe, and share this with your homies. Peace.